everyone! Welcome to another IEL session here at Lip Idiomas. I am Teacher Gutenberg, welcoming you all to this conversation class. We call it IEL, Intercâmbio Linguístico, because we invite, yes, native speakers from across the globe. Welcome back!
I think I got a little bit of a thing here.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. We already have our students here. Good evening, David. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, teacher.
How
How's it going?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so excited.
You were
So
excited?
excited for learning new things in English.
Wow, what did you just say? You were excited for learning new things?
Things in English.
Wow, did you just use gerund, David, for learning English? Is that what you said?
What you said, teacher?
Is that what you said? You used the gerund for learning English?
Yeah.
You were excited for learning? Is that what you just said?
I think I said just learn. I said wrong. I think wrong.
Yeah, no, you said it. I heard for learning English, and that is perfect. That is excellent. Yeah, that's good English. Congratulations. If you said for learning, you were excited for learning English. Yeah, that is perfect English because that is gerund, man. So after preposition, you need to use a verb with the ing. For is a preposition, okay? Wow, that is
Okay.
amazing. Good job. Now, how was your day?
My day was so hard.
Was it because of the weather? Was it hard because of the weather? Because it's been so
No,
hot.
teacher.
No?
The
Oh,
weather is, how can I say agradável? Normal.
pleasant? Really?
Blessed.
Pleasant.
Yeah.
Did you just say the weather is pleasant? No, man. No way.
In Goiânia, the weather is okay.
Oh, yes, I just forgot it. You are in
You
Goiânia.
forgot it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Yes, the weather in Goiânia this time of the year is so pleasant. Okay, the weather is so pleasant.
In the morning is a very cold. In the afternoon is a little hot. Is a little bit hot. And then and in the night is so pleasant.
Wow, that is amazing. Now, I am wondering, Davi, when are you coming back?
I really don't know. I don't
You
know.
really don't know? Come on,
No.
you're gonna leave your teacher here in Araguaína?
My parents are
Uh,
thinking move to here,
your
but
parents,
it's not.
my parents, see the gerund again. My parents are thinking of,
Thinking.
thinking of.
Thinking.
Yeah, you have to use the preposition here. Huh? Pensar em in English is thinking of. Okay, so you need to use the
Okay.
ing here because that's the preposition. Okay, so my parents are thinking
Okay.
of moving here. Ooh, that's so good. I love Goiânia, you know. Goiânia is a very nice place. The only thing I don't like about Goiânia is the fact that they don't have any beach at all. It's so far from the ocean.
Yeah, teacher don't have any beach here.
They don't, no,
But
they don't.
they have what teacher?
We don't have beaches, or there isn't any beach. That you can say in these two ways. Okay, we don't have any beach here. Or you can say, yeah, teacher, there's no beach here. Yeah. What were you saying again? I'm trying to
Ah,
find here.
here they have they have a lot of shopping mall.
Shopping
Yeah, mall.
malls. Yeah, they have a lot of shopping
Malls.
malls, and that is a good thing. Yeah, that's the beach for the Goianos. Goianos love going to the mall. They go to the mall every day.
The mall is so big, teacher.
Yeah,
The Bridge Mall is so big.
the malls are like beaches, right? I'm comparing.
Yeah,
The malls are like beaches. Is that right?
I think so.
Hey, Italo Jr., good evening, my Goiano man. Italo Jr. is from Goiânia, right, Italo? I think Italo Jr. is Goiano.
Good evening, teacher. No, I'm Tocantinense.
Come on, you spend a lot of time in Goiânia. I know you love Goiânia, man.
Yeah, this is true. But I'm Tocantins. I'm Tocantins.
You're Tocantinense. Are you sure? Are you 100?
Tocantinense com muito orgulho.
Are you 100? How can I say com muito orgulho?
Yes.
I am proud to be. I'm proud to be Tocantinense. I'm really proud. Yeah, com muito orgulho. I'm really proud. I'm really proud to be Tocantinense. Okay? Tocantinense. What is that? Oh my God. Is this the Walking Dead? Is this the Walking Dead, Italo Jr.?
Não.
No?
É vídeo besteira aqui na internet.
No?
You're in apartment.
Hello, Maria Iris. Hello, Calapito. Hello, Ryan Diaz. Hello, Elisa Paula. Hello, Diana Collins. Hello, Rock and Roll. Welcome to our IL session, our conversation class held every Wednesday at around 7:07-ish. Yes, we are here to practice our English with our students. This class is full-time English because this is an IL session and we invite our friends from across the globe, right from the United States, to practice their Portuguese with us and also to teach us a little bit of their English. Yeah. Now tell me, Italo Jr., what is what is the best thing you like about Goiânia? What is the best thing you like about Goiânia? Think about yours, Davi. Think about yours.
The weather, teacher.
Weather. I love the weather, man. Oh, the weather is so good in Goiânia. You know, the worst thing about the weather in Goiânia, okay? The worst thing about the weather in Goiânia is the drought. Let me see if I spelled that right. Yes. The worst thing about the weather in Guyana is the drought along the months of, I think, from July to October. Yeah, July, August, no, July, no. Yeah, well, it starts in July, the drought. The drought starts in July and ends in September. No, October to November, and then it starts to rain. Apart from that, Goiânia has a lovely weather, the best weather in the country. How about you, Davi? What is the best thing you like about Goiânia? Don't tell me they're the malls, okay?
Oh, why?
Tell me I know there's something way better than the malls in Guyana. Sorry about my throat, guys. That's the throat of a teacher, a language teacher.
Uh, the stuff is so cheap here, teacher.
They what?
Stuffs.
They sell a lot of stuff.
The stuff is so cheap here.
Oh, the stuff is so cheap. Yes, the stuff. Mm, the high-tech stuff, right? You better use some adjective here. The high-tech stuff. Is that what you mean?
No, stuff in general, teacher.
Okay, stuff in general. All right, the stuff in general.
Stuff like vegetables,
Oh, the
uh,
groceries.
stuff on supermarket. The stuff in the supermarket
The
is so cheap.
groceries. Yes, that's true. The groceries are really cheap in Goiânia. When you say
Yeah.
stuff, the stuff here, the stuff, it doesn't sound right. You'd rather say the things, okay? Because the stuff is more, is something uncountable. So that feels like you were talking about liquids and it's not something touchable, you know? Now, when you're talking about things that you buy in general, you'd rather use the things. Things here are so cheap. Yes, like the groceries, you know. Now you can say the high-tech stuff, the high-tech things, yeah, the high-tech stuff in general. Yeah, that I think that would sound proper to say. Hey Keith Davis, welcome to our IELTS session, man.
Hey, I didn't think I was gonna make it because I was gonna go to church tonight. Then
Uh-huh.
when I got there, nobody was there. And then I looked at the Facebook and then it said that the service was canceled. I thought, well, so I said,
Wow.
well, I guess I'll get to make it to the EL session after all.
The service was canceled. Was that because of the COVID-19?
No, 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 something within the church. I mean, I guess
Okay.
an issue rose. Something came up.
Something came, that's what I was about to tell you. Something came up. Yeah.
Yeah, surgiu uma inesperada.
Mhm.
Surgiu uma coisa inesperada.
Yeah, something came up. That's a good one. When
So
something,
anyway, I'm driving back
oh,
home, I guess.
you're on the road right now.
Yeah, I'm on the road. Estou dirigindo.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's a good one,
But
guys.
by the way, that I think you're trying to say Guyana, South America, right?
Guyana is in Colombia.
No, Guyana is a South American country. Isn't that what you were talking
Oh,
about?
no, we were not talking about, we were talking about Goiânia.
Where is that at? Oh, Goiânia. Oh, that city.
Yeah, because Davi has been living in Goiânia in the past few months, and I was just wondering, is Davi gonna leave me alone all by myself here in Araguaína? Because Davi is an
Eu vou para
excellent,
Goiânia daqui
Not
umas 2 semanas
depend on
também.
me.
he's an excellent student. He's learned English so fast. He's improved so much in the past few months. But now Davi is living in Goiânia, and he's not even thinking of coming back. Keith David.
Yeah, ele não te vai deixar na mão, né?
Yeah, that's
The
what
technology connect us, man.
yeah, I'm thinking of implementing augmented reality next year. Okay, David. So you're gonna put your glasses on, and you're gonna feel like you are here. Okay, in the classroom with me. Okay.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yes, with augmented realities, things are going to be like that from this year onwards, okay? Because 5G has just come to Brazil. Yes. Now tell me, Keith Davis, is 5G already up and running in the US full time?
Hold on a second.
Now, Italo Jr., while Keith Davis comes back to us, you were
Yeah.
saying something. What were you saying? What did you
What?
say? What were you saying?
Oh, I just say I'm going to go in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. 'Cause, okay, there is a difference between week and week. Okay? If you say week, you're saying this. But if you say week, so you are going to Goiânia in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, 2
Wow.
semanas.
No, in English, come on, Italo Jr. You're speaking good English. Let's keep English, man.
I'm back. I'm back.
É porque eu não entendi o time, teacher.
Push yourself. Put that. Don't worry. So you can, teacher. What about this time? Can you explain this time? The 2 weeks time. Okay. Okay. 2 weeks time is like dentro de 2 semanas. Okay. But we use this word time somehow. I don't know if there is an explanation for it, but we tend to say things like that. Oh, I'm going home within 2 hours time, within 2 weeks time. Okay. I don't know if there is any specific sense or it's just something that Americans say. Now, Keith Davis, can you tell me something about this word used in this context?
What? 2 weeks time.
Like when people say in 2 weeks time, in 2 years time, and they put the time at the end.
That's just a formal way of saying in 2 weeks, in 2 years, and in
Uh-huh.
2 days. That's just a more formal, slightly formal way. But I mean, it means the same thing, you know?
That's what I thought. Hello, good evening, Elisangela. Hello, good evening, Pioneira. Hello, good evening, Lucilente. Oh my God, I don't get this name here. So yes, Keith Davis, what was the question I had just asked you?
Is the G
I
something
was
up? G something, I don't know. Is the GC something up and running? Something like that. Excuse me.
I forgot it. Oh my God, I asked you and then I, sorry. Yes, well, Italo Jr., are you going to Goiânia? Like, you're moving to Goiânia, you're thinking of moving to Goiânia, or you're just going to visit?
I'm just going.
To visit.
What is this? To visit.
To visit. To visit.
Visitar?
To visit.
Yeah, my mother.
You're going to visit your mom.
Yeah, I'm going to visit my mom.
So tell me, Italo Jr., what is the best thing you like about Goiânia? Did you already answer this question? I'm not sure.
Yeah, yes, the weather, my family, my parents,
You said no.
the people.
People, not the only people, okay? People. Well,
People, in singular, yeah.
yes, people. Don't the people. Say people. People, I like people there, from there. Yeah, well, the best thing I like about Goiânia are the pamonhas. Keith Davis, have you ever tasted pamonhas?
No, I'm passing by our baseball stadium. I hope you saw that. Maybe
Oh,
you did.
I can see that. I can
That's
see
our brand new stadium that they built here in Gastonia. Gastonia is going through a somewhat of a economic boom. At least it was when Trump was in town, and they've been building and remodeling and repainting, and new businesses are cropping up, and we're getting nationalities from everywhere. You know, it's like a mini economic boom. We're supposed to get a new hospital in another city not too far from here, behind the Catholic college. And then we're supposed to also, here's a graveyard over here.
Oh, really?
Yes. Great. Yeah, and then we're also supposed to get a casino in another city, not too far, in a county not too far from here. So I just give you
So
a little view.
the perfect timing for people to move there.
Well, I suppose that people are, what's happening is people are leaving the extreme heat of Florida, and they're leaving the extreme cold of the north, and they're coming down to the Carolinas further south because life is cheaper, and the rent is cheaper, and the what else? The weather is they don't have extremes of heat and cold here. Of course, that's all in.
It's a good weather there.
But supposedly, so now I told you, like we said, we're seeing people from everywhere. New York, Florida, California, and not just other countries. And they're bringing their cultures and ideologies, digamos, with them. Because an Episcopal church, here's a bank, here's our city hall, here's a church right here.
Wow.
Here comes another bank in just a second where I go to banking sometimes.
Is it still daytime there?
Yeah, it is. This is our civic center. That's new too. Well, not too new. There's a bank.
Are you 1 hour behind or 1 hour forward?
It's 6:47 here.
Oh, you are 1 hour behind. Yeah, but the daytime goes up until what, 9 o'clock, right? This time.
Yeah, now until they change the clock back or whatever. Let me see, what else can I show you about my town? Let's see. We've got little Spanish stores and this and that. Here's a pawn shop.
Pawn shops are very common in the US, right?
Yeah, they're very common here. We also have flea markets too out in the country. Let's see. This is an old gelateria, ice cream parlor right here. It was also the center of a very unfortunate racial incident that really
Now tell me, what is more cheaper, to live downtown or to live in the suburbs?
I don't know. I mean, we got all sorts of neighborhoods. We've got rich neighborhoods here. We've got poor neighborhoods, middle class. There's another church. There went another ice cream parlor.
You know what I like about the US?
Wow.
I love the infrastructure. You know, everything is so opened up. You know, it's so wide and ample. You know, you can.
Yeah, você gosta da infraestrutura dos Estados Unidos? Ah, tá bom, então.
I like it. Well, it's the best infrastructure I have ever seen in my life, and I have walked quite a bit the earth.
Now here, you can't really walk anywhere unless you just happen to be near it. Here, you have to have a car.
That's what I like about
now,
it.
if you live in New York City, you if you don't drive, you have to either take the taxi or the metro, the bus, taxi, bus, or the subway, and that sort of thing. Now here's a Japanese restaurant I go to sometimes called Saki.
Everything, wherever you go, you have to drive at least 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, dependendo do que você está procurando. Here's a Taco Bell. Here's a furniture store. Here's a little shopping center. Yeah, they're really doing a lot of building here. I mean, it's fascinating. My town is going to actually.
This is in Gastonia?
Yes, in Gastonia. See, what happens is the closest city to us is Charlotte. Charlotte's one of the fastest growing cities in the southeast, and we're like 20 miles from it. And whatever happens in Charlotte affects the county next to it because it's growing so big that people are moving outside of Charlotte to live because the traffic is so bad.
I think I've already been to Charlotte because I spent a week in Greenville, and Greenville is quite close to Charlotte. I think I actually, I took a train from where? New York, Washington. I can't recall it right now. I think I took a train from Washington and then I came down to North Carolina and there was a train station in Charlotte. So my friends came over to pick me up there. I think that was it. So
yeah, here's our mall. You can see our mall is just past too much traffic going here. So I think everybody's trying to get around me. Acho que todo mundo está tentando me ultrapassar porque estou atrapalhando o movimento dos carros um pouco. Então, anyway, here's some more stuff.
Now, as if you are shooting the whole road on the way back home, I just, came to me that we don't have quebra-molas in the US. Do you know what a quebra-mola is?
Cabremola. It sounds familiar.
Quebra-mola.
You know what a quebra-mola is, Keith?
I've heard of it. I just can't. It'll come to me later.
Okay. Now, a quebra-mola is some, bumps that we put on the road in Brazil. So
quebra-mola. Okay, those are I think in England they call them sleeping policemen. We call them road humps.
Road bumps. Yes.
Road bumps.
But we don't have many of them in the US. I don't think people have any clue about them in the US because I have never seen any of them in the US.
Well, we have them here in my city. My neighborhood has road bumps.
Yeah, but they're really high.
No, some are. Look here. Look at this. Can you see?
I had never seen a road bump in the US.
Oh, well, come down here. You'll find them. They're in my neighborhood because people were driving too fast. I think really? You can see a little. Yeah.
You have the little turtles as well.
The little what?
The little turtles. We call it tartaruguinhas. It's a line of small road bumps. They usually come with reflectable flashlights. So when
we've got those too. I'm sure.
Those are more common, around the world. But the road bumps I have seen only in Brazil. Now I have to go to your I think Gastonia is close to Brazil in so many aspects now that you have just told me that you have got road bumps in there because I have never seen them anywhere in the world.
Okay, I'm gonna drive some more.
Now tell me, what is the speed limit in Gastonia?
Right here it's 50, but it varies. It varies according to the street. What you just saw right now, I can go 50 miles an hour without getting pulled over.
50 miles an hour. That's a lot, right?
Eu suponho que sim.
But you are in what? You are in an avenue or something, on a boulevard or what?
It's called what's it called? Wilkerson Boulevard. That's what it's called. Yeah. Exatamente, Wilkerson Boulevard.
I can see trees in
As you can see, look at some of the new places we've built here. We've building a lot of Gastonia's getting a lot of eating places. I mean, you won't have to starve here. So many new eating places are coming along.
All right. Is that where you go?
Shopping center. No. I'm not going to. I already ate a little bit. Here's another place. Over here.
You know another thing that I like about the US? The big parking lots.
Eita.
Yeah, in the US, there are parking lots for everyone. I love that. In Brazil, it's terrible.
Here's a Bolso de gasolina. Here's another shopping mall.
Wow, there are many shopping malls in this area, right?
Yeah, small ones and big ones. And there's even bigger ones than where we got here. So,
how many inhabitants are in this area in Gastonia?
I'd have to look it up on Wikipedia. Eu teria que pesquisá-lo no Wikipedia, no Google, porque eu agora não de cabeça não sei. Não me lembro.
Let me check here. Oh, it's only 75,000 in 2019. But it's
Saying, here's a skating rink. It's closed right now. Here's
it's
a
smaller than my city.
Dealership here, Kia dealership. Here they're building something else on this side, Nossa.
A dealership, yeah.
And there's another city I could take you to, in Belmont, downtown. It really booms in Fridays and Saturday nights for some reason. It's full of outdoor cafes and little shops and whatever, and there's a park nearby. And if you don't get there early, you're not gonna find a parking place. But I always drive there just out of curiosity, just to see the people walking to eat the bars and the canteens and that sort of thing. And that's another city that's really a small town, but it's really growing, and because it's right outside of Charlotte. So
yeah, well, that's another very different thing about the US and Brazil. In Brazil, a city with 180,000 people like ours, they don't have malls. We don't have a mall, for example. Even though we have 180,000 people living here, we don't have a McDonald's, because a McDonald's can come to a city only if the city has at least 500,000 inhabitants. It's
oh wow, and we got McDonald's all over the place, and they're not even my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another little road. Here's another little road here that I go through a lot. Got a lot of greenery, as you can see. It's summertime. Here's another neighborhood called Heritage Woods. Here's a Nazarene church here on the hill.
Oh, I love Nazarene church. We had Nazarene church in Palmas, our capital here. I used to go to Nazarene church. We have it in Brazil.
I have never been to a Nazarene church, but I used to have a friend from Sao Paulo that was from. Now I've got a Cape Verdean friend. A Cape Verdean friend. She's from the Nazarene church. Here's a Mormon church. I don't go there.
Mormons are so different, right? They have so different belief background.
Yeah, cada doido com sua mania, mas eu não apoio isso, não concordo com isso, não. Mas tudo bem, eu não vou discutir a política, eu não vou discutir nem a política nem a religião hoje.
That's okay.
Yeah, here comes another little church, little Pentecostal church of God.
Documentary about them on Netflix. I watched it the other day, and even though they are Christian, they believe in not a different kind of Messiah, but they believe in they have a prophet like the Muslim have the, what's it called it again? The Muslim prophet.
Muhammad,
whatever. They have a prophet there. Yeah, and they have a prophet, and they receive these messages from, and they have this special book. They have everything, different. So interesting. And then there were angels that came telling the message, something like that.
Yeah, if you go to Charlotte, North Carolina, you're gonna find every type of cuisine you could think of. Almost it's like a mini New York. There's another shopping center. Over here, it's a very small one. A drugstore, a gas station, another church.
It's about food. You said it's about cuisine.
Cuisine, yeah. We got. I'm gonna show you another one. We have plenty of places here. You would think I'd never get bored in Gastonia, but I do, because you should see Charlotte. You've been to Charlotte, so it's got skyscrapers. We don't have.
How come you get bored in Gastonia?
Well, you can, believe me, believe it or not.
I thought now that you've been showing me Gastonia, I was like, oh my gosh, how come Keith Davis managed to, to get bored in Gastonia, even though you guys have so many stuff to do?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm able to give you a tour. It's a good thing that church was canceled, so I can give you a tour of my little city, and your students can have a little idea about America. Here I'm going down another little road, shaded road with
Now, as I ask my students, what's the best thing you like about Goiânia? I'm going to ask you, Keith Davis, what is the best thing you like about Gastonia?
I don't, but I'll just say what I like about it now is the diversidade cultural que está chegando. Pessoas de Nova York, de Califórnia, da Flórida, pessoas da África, da América Latina, Brazil. What else has happened? We're seeing more diversidade, and I like this. And I want to see more. Matter of fact, we had a meeting. I went on my lunchtime too, but the bilingual staff we're trying to start a little group, and it's to promote the Latin culture and help improve services for that population. And we got to think of a name for the group and a mission statement. And I've been there since I'm the first bilingual person that place has ever had. I felt like I needed to be there because my other translator is out on leave. I don't know what she's doing, to tell you the truth. And the other one's not interested. And so I was there, and plus the nurses from Venezuela and Mexico and all that stuff, they were there too. So anyway, I said all that to say, the coordinator of it is from Colombia. She uses a new term for Latino folks. She calls it Latinx. It's a new term for to be inclusive of the transgender people of Latin, but it's a big controversy. A lot of folks don't like it. Spanish people don't like it. Some people
Hispanic people.
Yeah, they call the new term is Latinx, but some people don't like it. Some people don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm not a Latino, so it really doesn't affect me. But I just say Hispanic or Latin. My coworker don't want to do with it because of what Latinx stands for. Anyway, this is a upper scale.
Sounds like rubber.
I know, and most Hispanics ain't even heard of it. But anyway, this place here is called Publix. There's a lady from Pernambuco. Her son works in this store. His name is Emerson. Ele fala pouquinho português comigo. Não fala fluentemente, você me entende? Anyway, this is a kind of an upper class part of Gastonia because Publix is an upper class store. You can see the Chinese restaurant, the pizzeria, all sorts of other stores I've never even been in. And then we have a bar here called Hickory.
Yeah, can you hear me? I think you just cut off. Now, Davi and Italo Jr., do you guys have any questions for Keith Davis? Now he's touring us around Gastonia, and it's been very interesting to see how Gastonia has been booming these days. Davi?
No, teacher, don't have a question. Teacher, what is boomer?
Like this?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
Well, boomer can be, related to the baby boomers. It's a generation, remember the generation? It's the 50s generation. The generation from the 50s, I guess, to 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the baby boomers, all right? As we have the Gen Y, as we have the Gen X, okay? And what was the other one?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Baby boomers. Keith Davis, are you? Oh, Keith Davis cut off.
The keys and
But
and
then
literally
boomers, because it comes from the word boom. Okay, it comes from the word boom, and boom means exactly to boom. Okay, kaboom. You know. Now we use this as a metaphor for growth. Okay, boom is a metaphor.
Sorry, I got cut off.
Yeah, you
I
got.
wanted you to see my doctor. I wanted you to see my doctor's office, but oh well. Pergunta se os estudantes o que elas acham do panorama da Gastonha que estou mostrando para elas.
Davi, what do you think about Gastonia?
so beautiful. I never saw something like that.
Yeah, it's so wide open, right? Even though it's a small city, that's what I was already explained to you guys about the cities in the US. A small city in the US is like, oh my gosh, it's so huge. Hey, Philip. Good evening, sir. So a small city in the US, it has a huge area, you know. It's like, for example, let me explain you this. This is also good for Keith Davis to understand the geography of the cities in Brazil. Now, in Brazil, let's suppose this is this is the area of a city in Brazil, okay? But then everything in Brazil is centralized. The city itself is only this blue spot. Here you have 180,000 people living, and all this area is unexplored. This is a city in Brazil. In the US, it's different. This is the area of the city, and then you have small neighborhoods spread all over, all over. You have the counties spread all over the cities. You know, it's more like this. That's how I see it. Keith Davis might confirm it for me, my vision of the geography of the United States. So
Yeah.
city in the United States is like this. It's all spread, you know, small neighborhoods, and then you have, you know, smaller neighborhoods everywhere. And in between these neighborhoods, you have the big places like Walmart. You have in the intersections, you have like big stores, you have restaurants, you have clubs, you have that. That's why if you wanted to go to one of these places, you have to drive at least 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. That's the idea of a city in the United States. In Brazil, the whole city is only in one spot. You can cross the whole city and you can go everywhere in 5 minutes. You can cross 180,000 people in 5 minutes, Keith Davis, in Brazil.
Eita.
Yes. So everything is compressed, okay? The lanes, the streets are, you know, narrow. And it's, oh my gosh, it's terrible. In my place here in Araguaína, the streets are so narrow that most people prefer to drive, you know, to drive a scooter or a motorcycle instead of a car. Because believe it or not, we have traffic jams. Like we have traffic jams like big cities like São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, even though we are a small city, you know?
You see this?
Huh?
Yeah, more developments.
Yeah, so even though we have more developments,
There's a big Baptist church here. We have Baptist churches on every corner here in the South.
yeah, right. I know that's a Baptist church state in the US, right?
The South is mostly Baptist. South's
Yes.
Protestant in general.
Uh-huh. It's really, hey, Philip, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Hey, teacher.
Well,
Sorry.
oh, don't need to apologize, man. Now, Keith Davis was just touring us around Gastonia, his place in the United States.
Here comes another frequented spot. Here's Wendy's. Here's CVS Pharmacy.
I love
more eating places.
Now, Keith Davis, your camera is off, man.
Oh, sorry. I got a problem. My air conditioner's not wanting to work all of a sudden.
What's the weather like right now in Gastonia?
89 degrees, that's all, man.
89 degrees. So that's what like 28 Celsius, right? That hot? No. Yeah, that's kind of hot, right?
Yeah, but not.
But not that really hot. Now, Philip, do you have any question for Keith Davis? He's just, I guess he's just come home.
No.
No. And I was explaining about the dynamics of the cities in the United States and in Brazil, the differences between the cities. You know,
I noticed a casa de vocês estão todos pegados. Aqui não. Nossas
yes.
casas estão pegados.
No, we don't say pegada, we say colada, Keith Davis.
Colados, okay.
Coladas. As casas estão coladas in Brazil, yeah. There is a city that feels like I am in Brazil in the United States, and that is San Francisco.
É mesmo?
San Francisco reminded me of Brazilian cities. You know, the sidewalks in San Francisco, maybe the slopes, maybe because they have a lot of slopes in San Francisco, you know, and in Brazil, it's very, I don't know, in the United States, cities are more, you know, cities are flatter. Brazilian cities, they usually have slopes. Yeah, most of them have slopes. In the United States, most cities are flat, são planas. All right, like you were showing me Gastonia right now on your camera, and I was just like, wow, it's the same as everywhere I've been to the United States. Everything is, you know, flat. I wonder if it downpours there, if it floods. Does it flood?
Certain places.
Some places flood, right? Because flat places usually flood, right? Flat places.
Looks like I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna have to take my car to the mechanic. My air conditioner is acting weird. Not wanting to blow cold air right now. It was a little while ago. And sometimes it stops.
I am wondering, Keith Davis, since everyone, once everyone has a car in Gastonia or pretty much everywhere in the United States, because of this dynamics that kind of forces people to buy a car, you know, I am wondering, approximately.
Well, in bigger cities, you don't have to have personal transportation.
Yeah, well, approximately at about what age people usually get their first car in the United States?
16, 17, you know, sometimes 15, depending on the state.
16, 17 people already buy their first car. And I noticed that cars in the United States are really cheap, especially if they are second-hand, you know, cars, like, you know, the ones from the dealership. And I know that people in the United States, like, you know, elders love the old cars, right? And they keep it really nice and clean and all, like they have just left the what do they call it? The montadoras. I don't know, I just forgot how to say montadora in English. How can I say montadora in English, Keith Davis?
not I don't know even know what it is offhand.
Montadora is an assembly factory, I guess.
What you say? What you say?
I don't know if that's how they call it in it. We usually use this expression montadora to talk about the places where they build the cars, you know? Então, a gente fala que um carro acabou de sair da montadora, é um carro, a brand new car. Okay? I think it's called assembly factory. Yeah. Yeah, so and what is what is the average price for an used car?
Yeah, I don't really know. I've never had a used car. I'd have to ask around, you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Gretchen, I'm finally home, but I don't understand why I'm gonna have to take this car back to the mechanic and ask them what's wrong with my car. Why is my air coming on sometimes?
The air conditioner.
Sometimes it's not. It's not working appropriately. It stopped blowing. It stopped blowing air or something.
Uh-huh. Just regular air, right?
It's not blowing cold air. It was working fine a little while ago. Caramba.
Oh boy. That's a bummer. Anyways, well, that is, well, we have seen a lot about the United States. I am so pleased you have taken us for a ride in the United States in your car.
If I lived in a real city, a big city, I'd have much more to show you.
Now, do you usually go to big cities? Or you rather stay in towns like Gaston?
You know.
What was that again, please? You just cut off.
I said, sou muito caseiro, quase não saio da casa.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm not sure if you answered a question of mine when I asked you about 5G technology. Is 5G fully implemented in the United States right now, or is still going on?
I think I got a 5G phone right now.
You have a 5G connection right now already?
Yeah. Oh, gracious.
That's good. Now, 5G has been just approved in Brazil, but I'm not sure, you know, how much time we're all going to have, because those kind of stuff take approximately, well, now that the technology has been developing itself really fast, it's been taking like, what, 2 to 3 years to go everywhere from, you know, corner to corner of Brazil. Yeah. First, they hit the big cities with the technology, and then they, you know, bit by bit, they start to spreading it, you know, across the country to small places. Yeah, but it takes at least, you know, 5 years to go everywhere. How does that go about in the United States? Like when they launch a new technology, when was the first time you heard about 5G?
When I bought this phone back in January.
January of this year?
Yeah.
Wow, that is so close, man.
I don't get this. Why has this thing stopped? It was working fine, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working.
Uh-huh. Are you
this ain't gonna work. I've got to get this thing fixed.
Are you taking it to the mechanic right now?
No. Nobody's open right now.
Uh-huh. So already everything shut down, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how much longer to reach home?
I'm already home. It's just,
Oh, you're already home?
Yeah.
You're in the garage.
Yeah, the carport.
Oh, I see. All right. I think that was it for this evening. David, do you have any question for Keith Davis? Keith Davis, do you have any questions for us? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about in Portuguese?
De cabeça não sei nada. Não, nada me vem à mente.
I was talking to my dear and beloved student this morning, and this sentence came to me, Keith Davis. I wanted to share it with you because it just feels like right, you know. Inglês é bom para todo mundo, mas nem todo mundo é bom para o inglês. O que você acha dessa frase? Entendeu? Oh my gosh, again. All right, Davi, I think that was it. I think that's our call, Davi. That's our call. Okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next IL session. That was a lovely conversation with our students and our friends from the United States, Keith Davis. Thank you so much for coming by, Davi. I see you real soon.
Thank you, teacher. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And that was our IL session. Essa foi a nossa IL session de hoje, pessoal. Aí fizemos um tour pelos Estados Unidos, lá com o nosso amigo. Ele levou a gente por tudo quanto é lugar de carro. Mostrou aí a cidade inteira dele. Foi super legal. Thank you very much and good night.